In the heart of the desert lies a city of opulence and luxury, Dubai, a global trading hub, a place where fortunes are made, and yet, behind its golden towers, there's a darker story unfolding. For years, Dubai has been at the center of a global gold trade that steals billions of dollars in African gold, gold that should be lifting the continent from poverty, but instead vanishes into foreign hands. Africa is home to some of the richest gold deposits in the world. From Ghana to Sudan, Mali to Tanzania, the continent sits on untapped wealth. Yet, despite this abundance, Africa remains one of the poorest regions on Earth. The reason? The gold that should fuel growth and prosperity is leaving Africa, smuggled away by those who profit from its exploitation. The journey of Africa's gold begins in small, hazardous mines, where workers toil in dangerous conditions. These miners, often in the most impoverished areas, extract gold by hand, gold that never reaches the local economy. Instead, it is siphoned off, smuggled through corrupt networks that feed into a massive black market. Dubai has become the beating heart of the global gold trade. Known for its luxury and wealth, the city imports more gold than any other in the world. But much of this gold arrives without a trace, unaccounted for, and without any questions asked. The city's unregulated gold markets allow massive amounts of smuggled African gold to flow through with little scrutiny. Once in Dubai, this gold is refined, repackaged, and sold to buyers from all corners of the globe. Some of it ends up in the hands of multinational corporations, while much of it is re-exported to countries like India and China. But what remains hidden is the origin of much of this gold, extracted from Africa under dubious and often illegal conditions. While African countries suffer from poverty, corruption, and instability, the gold that should be enriching local communities is instead siphoned off, leaving behind nothing but exploitation. This illicit trade drains billions of dollars from African economies every year, deepening the poverty and underdevelopment that plague the continent. Dubai's role is not just that of a passive observer. The city's gold market, with its minimal regulations and lack of oversight, creates the perfect environment for the illegal trade to thrive. Dubai's lax system allows smugglers to bring gold from Africa without raising alarms, further fueling the exploitation of Africa's resources. The theft of gold from Africa is not just an economic issue, it is a theft of opportunity. With billions of dollars worth of gold leaving Africa each year, the potential for growth, development, and prosperity is squandered. Local communities, workers, and governments lose out on the revenue that should be funding schools, infrastructure, and healthcare. As the scale of the problem becomes more apparent, international organizations are starting to demand transparency in the gold trade. Activists and policymakers in Africa are pushing for stronger regulations and better monitoring of gold exports. Yet, the system remains deeply entrenched, with powerful players benefiting from the status quo. For Africa, the story of its gold is one of tragedy and untapped potential. As long as Dubai remains the unchecked gateway for illicit gold, Africa will continue to lose billions, wealth that should belong to its people, not foreign profiteers. Until the systems of corruption and smuggling are dismantled, Africa's gold will remain lost to the shadows, stolen from the very people who should benefit from it the most.